I've had many phone calls with my mom during that time where I was thinking, I might just not do track anymore. and that was okay with me.
That was 3 years ago. Now Gabby Thomas is a track superstar. Imagine if she did indeed give up running. Oh, the idea alone would be very hard to grasp. If she didn't power through the challenge of balancing her career and studies, well, it would have been a huge loss to Team USA and the track in general.
21.61 seconds, the third fastest time ever run. Rising U.S. track star Gabby Thomas's time made her the second fastest woman ever in the event. Only 2 races run faster, both by the legendary Florence Griffith Joyner.
That's how great of an athlete Gabby Thomas is. What's more, success, both on the track and off, came relatively early for her. In 2016, she made her first appearance in the U.S. Olympic track and field trials in the 200 meters. At the time, she was just a freshman at Harvard University, training under coach Kebba Tolbert. Surprising everyone, Gabby rewrote the script when she attended Harvard instead of a traditional top track and field college powerhouse. There, she not only succeeded on the track, but she has never stopped excelling academically. She earned an undergraduate degree in neurobiology and global health and health policy at Harvard University. As a freshman, she finished 6th in the 200 at the 2016 Olympic trials. That's when Tolbert, who recruited her to the Crimson, saw glimpses of an even brighter future. A lot of people get 3rd in the NCAAs or 6th at the Olympic trials and never make it to the top. It's not like it's preordained, he said. I think she works really hard, and I think that she had some luck. She stayed relatively healthy, she matured. Before she graduated in 2019, she broke the collegiate record for the 200 meters in 2018, running 22.38 seconds at the NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships. Later that year, Thomas turned pro, foregoing her final season of collegiate eligibility to sign with New Balance. After earning her undergraduate degree from Harvard, she went to the University of Texas to pursue a master's degree in public health. And so, in 2021, the Harvard graduate and UT student training under Tanya Buford-Bailey, Gabby Thomas became a first-time Olympian. She raced away from a deep and talented field to win the women's 200 meters in 21.61 seconds, which was the 3rd fastest time in history. As you saw earlier, only Florence Griffith Joyner has ever run faster. Thomas, who obliterated her own personal best, claimed that she was primed for Tokyo. She emphasized the importance of balance in her life. "Being in school really makes me appreciate what I'm doing on the track," said Thomas. "It makes you appreciate the time. When I go to the track, this is my time to be on the track and be free." At the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, Gabby made history when she won a bronze medal in the 200 meters. On that note, Thomas became the first Harvard women's track and field alumna to medal at the Olympics, finishing the race in 21.87. She then concluded her Olympic debut with another memorable moment when she won a silver medal running the anchor leg of the United States 4x100 meter team. That said, Thomas is the first Harvard woman to win 2 medals at the Olympic Games. Needless to say, Gabby concluded the 2020 Tokyo Olympics as a breakout star. Anytime you win the Olympic trials on TV and become the 2nd fastest person on the planet ever, and you're a Harvard grad, you're a black female, those things all come together to create a new level of awareness, said Kebba Tolbert, Thomas's coach at Harvard. It's in some ways unexpected. In Olympic years, that's how Olympic legends are made. Meanwhile, Gabby's coach, Tanya Buford-Bailey, a 3-time Olympian herself, stood in the Hayward Field stands serenely. She knew who she was working with. Therefore, she knew just how great of an athlete Gabby was. What's more, she oversaw what probably had been hardcore training for the young athlete so she could perform as well as she did in Tokyo. Simply put, all those around Gabby knew how high she could soar in the sport. Her mother, Jennifer Randall, told her daughter she was going to the Olympics when she was 11. You might think that she has a bias, which of course is true, but Gabby really did turn out to be an exemplary sprinter. In fact, she started running at the urging of her mother, Dr. Jennifer Randall, who told Sports Illustrated that Thomas was pretty much born athletic. After Gabby won in Tokyo, she said that the Gabby on her TV was the same one she'd known for 2 decades. "When I say she's absolutely the same Gabby, she's Gabby Thomas," Jennifer said. Williston Northampton School Athletic Director Mark Conroy said of Gabby, "She was on a national stage. These kinds of track and field athletes typically aren't from Western Mass. The bigger the moment, the more she seemed to rise to the occasion. She never got overwhelmed. She never got nervous. There was a maturity she had as a competitor." And a few years later, Conroy said, "That's just Gabby. That's the Gabby Thomas we know. She and I could talk about goals or what she was capable of or what she needed to do," said Martha McCullough, Thomas's academic advisor and sprints coach at Williston. But that was going to be a private conversation she would not want to have in front of teammates because that would in some way make them think she was special. Although they obviously knew that she was, they saw her run. And as you all know by now, she's as great a student as she is an athlete. This was evidenced by McCullough. She's an incredibly grounded, positive, wonderful, down-to-earth person. There's plenty of examples of people who have had talent like that who are full of themselves. She also shared that Gabby's mom had more expectations of Gabby academically than athletically. Evelyn Hammonds, Gabby's professor at Harvard, said, "She was an outstanding student. She was always prepared. She asked really insightful questions. Even if she had not taken an independent study with me, I would not have forgotten her." Now, no one would ever forget the name Gabby Thomas. In fact, her name is being mentioned along with other Olympic gold medalists like Allison Felix. When asked about what it is like lining up against a four-time Olympian like Allison Felix and whether she's tired of answering questions about her yet, she said that she doesn't mind answering questions about Allison. "I mean, she's Allison Felix. I'm humbled being compared to the likes of her. She was the first track athlete I ever watched on TV. I've learned so much from watching her and running against her. How comfortable and relaxed her stride is, how she runs her races. I don't know if this is her last year or her next to last year, but there is this cool passing of the baton dynamic," she explained. Although Gabby turned out to have a great debut at the Tokyo Olympics, she said that the drastic post-Olympic crash was the most shocking part of her Tokyo experience. "Everything that I had been working for essentially 2 years was just over." She continued, "I won the medals, but it was still just over and I wasn't feeling that high anymore. So it was actually really tough. Not even just from the jet lag, but just emotionally. I was like, okay, well, what now?" She further shared that when she returned from Tokyo, a lot of people expected a lot from her in a very short amount of time, which was a huge lifestyle shift for her. She admitted that she was not used to that type of media attention, all those expectations. Apparently, she's not alone in that, as more athletes are speaking about the post-Olympic crash. In fact, in the HBO documentary The Weight of Gold, Michael Phelps, the most successful and most decorated Olympian of all time, said he suspects at least 80% of Olympians go through some sort of post-Olympic depression. Did Noah Lyles experience the same? Watch this to find out.